Hello guys, and welcome to another Bukkit tutorial. Sorry about the break between my last video. I've been working pretty hard on redesigning our website and getting a bunch of new plugins on our server, but I did want to take some time out to record a few videos, so I've got a bunch lined up that'll be coming out over the next few weeks. And yeah, today I want to look at the Bukkit Chairs mod. And what this allows you to do is basically, once you've installed this on your server, you specify which types of stairs people can sit on and exactly how they sit on them and what buttons they push to sit on them. And basically what you can do is you can walk up to a stair and click on it and sit down. And basically how this works is it treats it as if you're riding like a pig or a horse. So your legs will just kind of be like shooting out in front of you basically. And you can move around and stuff, and you can even configure it so that sitting in chairs increases health or sets a spawn point. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get this installed. Let's go to the chairs mod and let's go to download and click download it again. Alright, we'll save that to the desktop. Oops. Okay, and then we've got it here. I've got my test server, which is pretty much devoid of plugins, so let's throw that in there. And let's start up the server. And what that's going to do is, as it's starting up, the plugin is going to be detected, and it's going to install itself, essentially. And now that it's done, we can go back into the plugins folder, and there's a folder for chairs now. And we've got the config file. So let's go ahead and stop the server for a moment and go into that config. And I'm going to use Notepad++. You guys can just use Notepad if you prefer. There's tons of text editors you can use. So what you're going to want to do is you can specify which blocks are allowed. So in this case, there's a few by default. You're going to want to use the new content ID system, which basically, instead of having like a number for an item, you're actually going to spell it out. So you'd want to go to the Minecraft wiki or somewhere and just make sure that you have the right wording for the item that you want people to sit on. And also a note about the allowed blocks is that only stairs are working so far. I'm imagining that they're planning on adding in other blocks as well, but for right now, that's all we can do. Also, one thing that I have no idea about is it says item lever. The allowed blocks are listed up here, but then there's a second option which says set the item you want to sit on. So it seems kind of redundant. I have no idea why it's in there twice and why it says lever, but I just leave that and it still works using these items. Auto rotate's going to set you to the front of the chair when you sit in it. Sneaking, can you sit in a chair while sneaking? You can set the max width. If you don't want there to be a limit to how wide a chair or a bench is, you can just put 0. If you want to have chairs that have signs on the ends, kind of like an armchair, you can set sign check to true, and it'll make sure that there are signs on each side of the stair. Distance is basically how far away from a chair can you be to interact with it. At 1, you can only be 1 block away. And also you can set how high in the block that you're sitting. And the default is fine to me, but if it doesn't look right to you, you can set it lower or higher, depending on your preference. So for this mod, there's only one command. That's /chairs reload. That's just so you can reload the config without having to restart the server. And then there's 2 permissions nodes. If you're using a permissions plugin, then you can do chairs reload for the person or people who were allowed to use that command, and then chairs.sit for people who you want to be able to sit in a chair. So if you just wanted chairs to be something that was a donor perk or something, then you could only assign that node to a donor rank, for example. So yeah, that is all you need to know about the chairs mod. I hope you guys found this interesting, and if you have any plugin or tutorial requests, please just send me a message, and as always, take care.